Larry Steinhouse, and welcome to Money Chat Now. Money Chat Now is a politically charged stock market pre-show giving you the politics behind the biggest moves in the stock market. It is presented with comedic common sense by an expert in financial literacy, and hey, that's me, Larry Steinhouse. Today is June 6th, and it's Monday, and I want to welcome you to the show, and we are here live on WWDB Radio 860 AM in Philadelphia, and we are live on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Hey, you can find me on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Truth Social, TikTok, and all those other social media sites by searching Larry Steinhouse. Just a reminder, if you're watching online, hit that like button, hit that share button, and don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hey, and also like the Money Chat Now page on Facebook. And you can comment live during the show on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. And please say hi so I know you're watching. A couple of people saying hi already. Let's see, we got Horace and Larry. Thanks, guys. I totally appreciate you guys watching. By the way, if you're commenting from a group and it's not the Money Chat Now fan page, your name may not show up on my dashboard. So please go to the Money Chat Now page, like it, and comment there so I can recognize you. Money Chat Now is brought to you by Investor Schooling, and you can attend a complimentary class this Thursday by going to investorschooling.com. You will learn about real estate investing and stock options trading from those who do it every day. And we got something special going on. We're going to teach you guys how to pay off your mortgage in 1/3 the time. If you have a house with a mortgage on it, we're going to teach you how to pay off your mortgage in 1/3 the time if you come this Thursday. So it'll be a really good class. Hey, real quick, a couple other people to join us. We got Glenn and James and Colin, and of course my lovely wife. Thank you, Linda, my biggest fan. All right, on today's show, we'll be discussing the futures update. We're going to be talking about Boris Johnson being ousted. The baby formula saga continues. San Francisco crime skyrockets, and student loan debt debacle also continues. All right, let's get started with this. I really hate it when I'm right, especially when my plays in the market contradict with my predictions. However, it's clear that the current range for the market in the Dow will bounce between 21,000 and 33,000, as we have seen in the last 2 weeks. The scary part is that we're still at the top because the Dow is closed Friday just below 32,900, which means we have a few more bad days before the bottom range of 31,000. There were no notable stocks on Friday except maybe Alaska Air. It was the only travel stock that finished up. The airline boosted its current quarter revenue outlook, saying it is experiencing sustained strong demand. Alaska Airlines also said that stronger revenue is offsetting higher costs for fuel. The stock finished up about 3%. I don't know. I would have expected to bring up the other airline stocks, but they all fell. American Airlines fell $1.25, a little above 7% for the day, and United fell almost 3%. So what's going on? I don't know. Well, the market's kind of like draining the investors' confidence, so they're selling when they should be buying. This is why I say the market range will probably be 28,000 to 30,000 by the end of the year. I actually believe that 30,000 may not be seen again until 5 years from now. For a reference point, we saw the Dow at about 14,000 in 2007, and then we did not see that number again until 2013. It looks, this year looks and smells like 2007 to me. Look, I see several signs that make me believe this. Everything from the oil prices to the housing industry boom, it's getting scary. The good news is that in 9 or 10 years from now, you're going to be rich if you make some good plays now. I'll tell you right now, buy some cheap emerging stocks and real estate. It's going to make you rich. If you buy it, you hold on to it, 10 years from now, you're going to be super happy. By the way, this is a very boring week for the market, and we're just about in the center of the dead zone. That, to me, is good news for the stock market. It should probably be the last bad week, if it goes bad, and it probably will, but it'll be the last bad week until the end of July, that is. I know what you're thinking. You already took a peek at the futures, and you know they're up, and I'm going to get to them in a few minutes, but you're asking, why is Larry saying it's going to be a bad week when the futures are up? Well, I've noticed something else that seems to be a bit of a pattern in the market. It seems that in a scary market, or even in a bear market, Monday always seems to be a good day, and then it all goes bad. Remember, if my 33,000 theory is correct, the Dow can't close much higher than that. By the way, I really want to be wrong on this one, but another interesting note is the employment data released on Friday. The U.S. economy added 390,000 jobs in May, which came in better than expected. Some investors believe the strong hiring data could be clearing the way for the Fed to remain aggressive. The Fed is threatening to raise interest rates another half a point in the next meeting coming up at the end of the month. So what do the money managers fear? They fear that stocks will pull back if the Fed raises the rates too quickly. I've been saying it for the past 2 months that they are in fact raising rates too quickly. I've said it many times before. The Fed should have been raising rates since 2016, but they were slow on the switch. And now they're trying to make it offer in 1 year. And it's just not realistic. The other thing the Fed is doing that's wrong and doesn't realize it is it takes time for the changes to affect the economy. Slow it down, see what happens over the next 3 months, then raise it again if needed, and then rinse and repeat. This is just common sense. Oh yeah, I forgot. We're in the age we're living in. Common sense is so uncommon anymore. You can't find common sense. Maybe they should have me run those Fed meetings to discuss reality instead of play money. Well, get ready for a bumpy ride the rest of the year and the rest of this week. All right, let's look at the futures. Let's see what's going on. We have the Dow. The Dow is up 272. The S&P is up 44. And the NASDAQ is up 186. All right. All right, I want to say hello to a few people who've joined us online since we started. We got Jonathan and John and Michael and Mitchell and Bill and Lewis and Ken and Jose. Thanks, guys. I always appreciate you watching. Thank you so much. I love it that you're here. And I appreciate you because, hey, I'm here every morning at 4 o'clock in the morning to help you guys learn what's going to happen for the day. All right, let's get into Boris Johnson. Hey, look, if you're a fan of the show, you might remember my skit on the Big Johnson a few months ago. It was a parody on how Boris Johnson broke his own rules of lockdowns during COVID and attended a party of over 100 people that had no social distancing or masks, while the rest of the country suffered through lockdowns, social distancing, and mask wearing. As you know, he was called out on this action by the opposing political party, and today he faces a vote of confidence. This means that if the parliament decides that he went too far and can't be trusted, he will be ousted as prime minister. If Johnson loses the vote, he will be forced to step down, and a conservative leadership contest will begin. So the politicians in the UK want him out. If they want him out, he's out. You know, they'll basically just have to have another election and replace him. But when I read that, I thought about our president, brain dead Biden. Can you imagine this being a rule here? All they have to do is ask him what day it is. So all they would have to do is say, hey, Biden, what day is it? And when he answers vanilla with sprinkles, we would get to the end of the nightmare of a presidency. My guess is that Johnson will be ousted, by the way. This might even mean the stock market goes up or goes down, but when it's announced, we'll see. Look for the news at 3 o'clock our time today, because I have a funny feeling that it's going to affect the market. So take a look at it and watch that for today, because I have a funny feeling it's going to affect the market. Hey, let's talk a little bit about baby formula. By now, you've noticed more and more breasts being exposed in shopping centers, malls, and restaurants as mothers seek God's nutrition for their babies because the baby formula shortage. Well, soon the shortage will start to alleviate as Abbott, the leading formula manufacturer in the U.S., reopens their plant in Michigan. But don't expect much to help, as even after the U.S. the company has been the company has been given the green light from U.S. Food and Drug Administration. That's what I've been wanting to say. But don't expect much to happen. The company said it will restart the production of Elacare, which is a formula for children who struggle to digest other products, along with other specialty and metabolic formulas. Abbott aims for an initial Elacare product release to be around June 20th, and is working to meet guidelines to resume production of Similac and other formulas. So they still aren't making the most common formulas. For those who don't know, the baby formula shortage started when the FDA closed the plant due to 4 babies getting sick and 2 of which died. Look, it's terrible when a baby dies, don't get me wrong, but it does sound like the government overreach panic we saw with COVID. In COVID, it was kill the people's dreams and hopes by closing their lives down and having them live within the repercussions of getting a cold. And now they're starving babies, or now they're going to starve babies to keep them from dying from formula that 2 babies died from while drinking. And by the way, There's no proof that the babies died from the formula, just that they ingested it and died. You know, like the guy who had a piano drop on his head and got crushed, but he died of COVID. Anyway, the baby formula will hopefully be moving again in July, and until then, we may actually have infants doing what nature and God designed them to do. All right, let's take a break here, and when we come back, we'll be discussing San Francisco crime data and student loan forgiveness. Oh, how exciting.
Okay, so you thought about buying and selling real estate. You thought about investing in the stock market, but don't know where to start. Well, what if you could find a place to unlock strategies to master both real estate and the stock market, all without the headache? That place is Investor Schooling, hosted by Larry Steinhouse, an expert in real estate, financial literacy, and the ins and outs of the stock market. You can attend Investor Schooling in person or online 8 times a month. You can and will learn how to make money in real estate, and you will learn mastery of stock techniques such as options and covered calls. You will even get a chance to ask your one burning question to the stock options sultan, the master of picks and plays. Call today for free information and receive a complimentary pass to attend classes or register online at investorschooling.com. Don't delay. These passes are limited, so what are you waiting for? Call in today or visit investorschooling.com. That's investorschooling.com.
All right, welcome back to Money Chat Now. I'm your host, Larry Steinhouse. And of course, if you'd like more information on Investor Schooling, you can go to investorschooling.com or you can call 866-424-2829, 866-424-2829. Hey, I want to thank you all for listening on WWDB Radio 860 AM in Philadelphia. And if you're watching online, please hit that share button so you can help your friends learn how to make more money and maybe even give them a laugh. Hit that like button, let me know you enjoy the show. And of course, you can also leave comments on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube, and I'll try to respond to them. Hey, we got a couple other people join us. We got Tom and Jonathan and John and Michael and Victor. Thanks, guys, for watching. I always appreciate you as loyal listeners or watchers. All right, so far, of course, we've been discussing the fact that Johnson may be ousted. I actually believe he will be. Baby formula saga continues. And of course, we have... Coming up, we have San Francisco crime skyrocketing and student loan debt debacle just continues. And then we have today's picks and plays. But did you guys hit that like button? Come on, Victor, hit that like button. Michael, Tom, Jonathan, hit that like button. Hit that share button. And don't forget to leave comments on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, or Twitter. And if you're listening on WWDB Radio, be sure and set a preset to this station and listen every day at 7:30. Also, look up Money Chat Now on Facebook when you get home. And let me know what you think of the show. All right, before we start the second half, by the way, have you ordered my new book yet? Go to wherever fine books are sold and look up Money Hacks by Larry Steinhouse. You can get it on Kindle or Nook right now, and the physical book can be pre-ordered, and it'll arrive in about 6 weeks. All right, let's get into the second half. Let's talk about San Francisco crime. Apparently, when you stop arresting or punishing criminals, crime rates go up. Who would have thought that would happen? I can't imagine this. Like, you stop arresting criminals and crime rates go up? Huh. That's wild. I don't know. Who would have thought, right? Of course, every person with a common sense brain would have thought so. But then again, liberal brain deads, like the district attorney over there, Chisa Bodine, thought otherwise. Apparently, a slew of prosecutors like Bodine have been elected or appointed, depending on your point of view of the election results, to various district attorney positions in major cities like New York, Philadelphia, San Francisco, and others. You know, all the cities where crime rate is up over 50% and murder rates are up over 37%. Well, apparently, District Attorney Chesa Bodine in San Francisco is facing a recall vote because the citizens of the city are fed up with crime and crime rates rising. These, of course, are the citizens who have not yet moved to Texas or Florida to escape the tyranny and escalating crime rates, right? Everybody's moving to Florida. In Los Angeles, the county district attorney, George Casone, or whatever the heck his name is, may also face a recall election if opponents collect the required signatures by July 5th, and they are pretty close to doing it. Now, in Philadelphia, we had Larry Krasner actually get elected for a third term while the crime rate in Philadelphia increased to a record high. All this, and they want to take our guns away from citizens? Really? Anarchy and tyranny will be what follows if we can't get rid of these liberal district attorneys. All this started with the defund the police movement a few years ago. You know, the movement to get police to riot and to get people to riot and vote Democrat. Well, the liberal do nothing about crime people have more blood on their hands as shootings this weekend in Philadelphia and Chattanooga killed several people. In fact, there were 10 large shootings this weekend. These idiots are now going to blame the NRA for the gun problem when it's the fault of the liberal prosecutors making people think they could kill and rob without any consequence. Just wait until a new breed of prosecutors comes in. If it happens, they'll change the law back to common sense law. The criminals are not going to be so tough anymore. Have you seen some of the brash criminals who just walk into a store, take stuff off a rack, and walk out with it? They know nothing can happen to them, and the store owners can't stop them legally, so it continues. Can you imagine if you were a store owner and you could get arrested for stopping somebody for stealing from your store who can't get arrested for stealing from your store? It's bizarre. Then the people in the neighborhood who voted these idiots wonder why their favorite stores, including chain stores, are all closing due to rising crime rates. Wow. Well, it might be time to watch the movie Mad Max again and see what the world will be in a few years, but it's definitely time to get more guns and ammo. An AR-15 is definitely on my list, and I've said before, ammo will be as valuable as gold and silver, possibly even more valuable. All right. All right, let's talk about student loans. We all know about the ridiculous campaign promise that Biden made about canceling student loans. He stated that he would cancel $10,000 of student loans for all those who had student loans. Well, that of course changed to only people who make under $159,000. By the way, I wonder what would happen if you make $151,000 and your student loan doesn't get canceled. Unbelievable. Anyway, now most people are saying, screw you, Biden. If all you're going to do is just cancel $10,000 of my student loan, I don't even want to know about it. Just forget it. And frankly, they're correct. Most people who go to college and pay that much in just interest in a couple of years. A survey by CNBC showed the results of a poll that said most are going, if they're only going to cancel $10,000, then just forget it and move on. As you may know, several Democrat senators are pushing for $50,000 loan forgiveness, and this is getting blowback by the people who didn't go to college. You have probably seen memes on Facebook showing a guy in a limo driving past a construction worker. The guy in the limo says, "Hey, thanks to the construction worker for paying off my student loan." Although this is an exaggeration, it does point out the case for fairness. If someone did not go to college, are they going to get $10,000 forgiveness for some other loan, or maybe $10,000 principal reduction on their mortgage? The answer, of course, is not. I will say it again, the student loan problem is a problem because the government guarantees the student loan and makes sure you as the borrower can never get from underneath the loan. Stop giving loans to people who want to go to college for the sake of just going to college. College does not guarantee you a job or an income source that can even pay the loan back. If the government stopped these loans, college costs would decrease because the colleges wouldn't have the people banging the door down to get in. They would have to lower their prices and get people without loans to be able to attend. By the way, the best way to increase your chance of paying off your student loan and being successful in the world is to do what the rich people do. Like what I teach in investor schooling. And by the way, all that stuff is in my book. And it even has a chapter on how to save thousands on your student loan. Hey, listen, take a look at this commercial, order the book, and you're going to learn more. Pay off your student loan ahead of time, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Watch this commercial, learn how. Hi, I'm Larry Steinhouse, and I've written a book called Money Hacks. The subtitle to this book is because everything you think you know about money is wrong, and I promise you there are things you think about money that are wrong. There are chapters in this book that I think you will find absolutely fascinating, and some of them are, what is money anyway? Can money buy happiness? I'll bet you don't know the answer to that question. The truth about credit scores, how you can actually use credit cards to rebuild your credit, I also have chapters on being your own bank, how to buy houses with an IRA, and how to invest with other people's money. There are so many other chapters. There are 22 total chapters in this book, and I promise you're going to learn how to make more money and pay less taxes when you buy this book. My name is Larry Steinhouse. The name of the book is Money Hacks. You can get this book wherever fine books are sold, and you can go to barnesandnoble.com right now and pre-order it. I hope that you will enjoy it. Welcome back to Money Chat Now. I'm your host, Larry Steinhouse. Hey, by the way, did you guys order the book yet? Come on, order the book. What are you waiting for? I am Larry Steinhouse, and I've written a book called Money Hacks. The subtitle for this book is because everything you think you know about money is... says it's a great book. You know it's a great book. So go to barnesandnoble.com or wherever fine books are sold. Look up Money Hacks by Larry Steinhouse and order it. It's a good book. All right, so far, of course, we've been discussing the futures update. We talked about the fact, and by the way, the futures are up right now. The Dow is up 230, the S&P is up 37, and the Nasdaq is up 164. You know, it puts the, just so you know, it puts the Dow right at 33,130, which gets me already worried because that 33,000 number, as I've said several times, is probably the top of the range. So just watch for today, and we'll watch to see if I'm right. And by the way, as I've said before, I hope I'm wrong. All right, we talked about the fact that Johnson will be ousted. I actually think that Johnson's going to be ousted. I think they're gonna turn the tables on him. And actually, it might be good for the rest of the world to get some conservatives in some other countries, and then we'll get some maybe we'll get some conservative voice in here again, because we definitely need that. I mean, this is a joke what's going on in this country right now. All right, we talked about the baby food formula and how Abbott is opening their manufacturing plant again. And hopefully we'll have baby formula again. All right, we talked about San Francisco crime skyrocketing. And again, who knew? Why in the world would crime go up if you're soft on criminals? I don't understand it. I mean, I would think that if you say, "Oh, you bad boy, it's okay that your mommy and daddy abandoned you. We'll be okay with that. Now just stop robbing people." Really? All right, then we talked about the student loan debacle and the fact that Biden might or might not cancel student loans. Who knows? And of course, coming up, we have today's picks and plays. But first, did you hit that like button? Did you guys hit that share button yet? Come on, everybody, hit that share button right now. Scroll down, hit the share button, and scroll down and share it in groups and share it on your own page, and let everybody know what great stocks are going to be coming up, what great stock plays are going to be coming up, and how to make some more money in the stock market. And of course, you can leave comments on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And if you're listening on WWDB Radio, set one of your presets to this channel and listen every day at 7:30 for all you need to know about the politics behind the stock market. All right, let's talk about what's going on today. As we head to the center of what I teach as the dead zone, stocks should start to move up in the next few weeks. My favorite new play, by the way, is going to be Amazon. It officially split today and is trading now at about $123 a share. I'm telling you right now, I'm removing something from my board and I'm putting Amazon on it because this is going to be a great options play in the next few weeks. We will now have the average investor being able to afford the stock, and I wouldn't be surprised if it becomes even a Reddit favorite. That might boost it. It also makes it volatile, but it might boost it. It'll also be the tell for Google's split coming up next month. So basically, whatever Amazon does, expect Google to follow with a similar pattern. Many bargains also appeared on Friday. I don't know if anybody bought it, but Meta crashed that back down to 190s on Friday, and that was just a quick temporary play. Look, if it goes below 190, by the way, I'd like 185, but anything below 190 will be a great play into earnings in the next 6 weeks. The travel stocks are still perplexing me, but I'm expecting a run on these stocks soon. Earnings for CCL will be in 3 weeks, and I'm expecting a good guidance report. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to set this off, is a good guidance report. The mask ridiculousness is gone, and as soon as they drop all the stupid COVID protocols, the cruise liners might be full again. I actually believe they will. My problem is that my options on CCL expire in July, and that's going to got me on the edge, man. It's going to be close, but I'm so far down at this point, I might as well just hold on to it. Of course, we have the media talking about monkeypox to scare more people off ships, but that's going to die down soon, too. That's ridiculous. The people aren't going to be easily as fooled any longer. So we don't have to worry about it anymore. Even China is opening up again. The communist dictatorship is allowing their peasants to dine in restaurants again. I've read rumors of people getting ready to revolt, and I'm sure that's why the government has released some of the steam of the people by opening up restaurants. Give them a taste of freedom to make them think it'll get better. All right, let's take a final look at the futures. Right now, the Dow is up 259. The S&P is at 42, up 42, and the Nasdaq is up 182. And you can see, look at that, the Nasdaq is at 33,160. I'm a little nervous. All right, let's talk about crypto. Oh, Bitcoin had a nice bounce this weekend. It's up above 31,500 again, and it may just be that the investors feel that the current bottom was around the 29,000 level. Ethereum is also around 2,900, and I think Ethereum 2.0 starts today. I don't really know much about it, but the hype could drive the currency up. It actually could drive all the currencies up. So if Ethereum 2.0 starts today, or whenever, it's not today, but soon, the next few weeks, whatever it is, it may actually drive up crypto. So watch for that. If you guys know what I'm talking about, great. If you don't know what I'm talking about, join the club, because I have no idea what I'm talking about either. I just know Ethereum 2.0 should be something that does something. All right. Let's talk about gold and silver. Gold is still around 1850 and silver right around 22. And still nothing happening here, but I'm going to say wait a year and see what happens. It may be a good time to buy if you wait a year and hold on to it. So the Treasury bonds are moving up, and they're literally just below 3 at the moment. I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to determine the fate of the market in the next few days. What's going to happen with it? It's going to be rough. All right, oil prices. Oil prices are moving down, but the barrel price is now 119, and the gasoline price average is now $4.86 a gallon. And we all know why, right? Let's go, Brandon. How people don't understand that this guy is the reason for it. I'm going to have to do a report on it. I can't do it now. All right, don't forget, if you want to survive in the Biden economy, order my new book called Money Hacks. I'll take you through the world of money and how to pay less taxes. By the way, they use the same rules that you could play by, and I explain them in the book. Pre-order the book wherever fine books are sold. It'll be in stores next month. I want to thank all the listeners on WWDB Radio 860 AM in Philadelphia, and I want to thank you for your continued support. If you're enjoying the show, please reach out and let me know. My name is Larry Steinhouse. I am the host of Money Chat Now, and I am the CEO of Investor Schooling. And if you'd like to contact me directly, you can even go to contactlarry.com, contactlarry.com. I will see you tomorrow. Have a profitable day.